Welcome back, Starian from Starian Gaming here. Today we're running Auchindoun, wherever I can pronounce it. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you guys, if you like what you're watching, hit that like button and the subscribe button to get notified of my future videos. So we'll get right into it.
Good. We must have arrived before Terangor and Gul'dan. Naomi is working to bolster the defenses against their assault. Follow me. We will report to her.
Now, this dungeon was pretty much the middle level dungeon back in World of Draenor.
Beautiful, isn't it? Just think. You're one of the first outsiders to see inside Auchindoun.
And then this is called Auchindoun. Okay. It's a 4-boss instance.
Strange. Why is the door sealed? No matter. Let us proceed. The Vindicators and the Exarchs of the past. Heroes all. Their souls still remain with us here. Naomi, we are here. What is this? Oh no. No!
Yes, Tulani. Now you see. Your efforts were valiant. I did not think the anchorites could power the defenses with only one of the crystals. But nothing will stop my plan, nor that of my masters. And the only things in our way
You have to stop them!
are you, Tulani, and your outsider friends. It is done! As for you, I think it is fitting that one of my tools dispatches the others. Protector, destroy these intruders!
None live who assault the holy Auchinai.
Now the Vigilant.
The Protector still answers our call. You will have to defeat it.
Pretty easy fight, honestly. It has basic protection pally abilities like Holy Shield, which inflicts holy damage, and additionally blocking sighted movement for 30%. And Consecrated Light, it channels this power, inflicting holy damage to all enemies within every enemy every 5 seconds. Sanctified Strike will cause a fissure. You'll see it on the ground, inflicting holy damage. As long as you don't stand in it, you'll be fine. Hollow Ground creates a patch of hollow ground, inflicting holy damage to people within distance. Now, Fate is something you need to be aware of. It will erupt all holy ground immediately. Now, during this fight, his holy shield, once he launches it, you'll find it. You need to get behind it when he starts casting Concentrated Light, because you will take massive holy damage during that time. We're going to try to show you the abilities.
I will strike you down.
No, to avoid these attacks, you just gotta get out of them. This is the feature you gotta be aware of. If you stand in the holy light lines here, you'll take damage. And as you see, he exploded all the fissures. This is the holy shield you want to get behind when he starts casting Fate.
Bathe in the glory
It's
of the
concentrated
light.
light. You get behind this, and you'll take no damage. It will literally miss you.
Is doomed.
She got away. The defenses. She had help. So many of her order were corrupt. I will gather any who remain loyal here and protect them. You, please, go put a stop to this madness.
And if you're wondering why I have this weird purple light, it's my Incanter's Flow. Just so you know, the Warren here has a chain ability which will grab everyone in one shot, so you might want to focus him while you're fighting him. As you can see, there was the chain. Now, your next boss is the Soulbinder. Now, her abilities is basically that of a Shadow Priest. She has Mind Spike, which can be interrupted, that does Shadow Frost damage. Shadow Whirl Pain, which is a magic effect, which does instant damage and shadow damage every 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds. Now, Soul Vessel, she'll twist the souls of Draenei to cause a torrent of shadow damage to a specific location. Now, if you get in the Epic Center of this ability, you'll be safe from the damage. And during this fight, she can raise fallen Auchindoun spirits to fight for her. The Arbiter has the Arbiter Hammer, which can be interrupted, which will stun the target and inflict frequent holy damage to additional allies within 5 yards for 2 seconds. And Radiant Fury, which shall charge at a target, creating multiple prisms of holy energy, will radiate outward away from the caster. If you come in contact, you take holy damage. Now, the Twisted Magnus is more or less an arcane mage, which does Arcane Bolt, which can be interrupted. It does arcane damage, and Arcane Bomb, which if you come in contact with or after 10 seconds, they explode, inflicting arcane damage to all players within 5 yards. And the Defender, basically just Red Pally, more or less, with a shield, does this Crusader Strike, which does physical damage. We're gonna try to show you some of the abilities during this fight.
I will coil your souls into darkness.
So you can interrupt Mind Spike.
The spirits are mine to command.
Now you get in the middle of Soul Vessel here, and when she starts finishing her cast, she'll end up causing. If you're outside this, you'll take some massive shadow damage.
I'm too late. My master comes.
Auchindoun, secure this chamber. The barrier protecting Auchindoun is asunder. A foul force has penetrated these sacred chambers. Scout ahead while we establish a foothold.
Now you see this guy ran ahead of us, and now he got hit by an abyssal elemental. Or demon. Now, running up this hall, as you see these little imps here, if you come in contact with them, you'll get stunned for a few seconds. These crackling pyromaniacs just cast fell firebolts. You can interrupt them and burn them down. Felguard here is a bit of a heavy hitter, so you gotta be aware and let the tank take him. Now, to actually summon up the next boss, the Zakel, you need to kill all the ads in this room.
Who dares meddle in the works of the Legion?
And see, when you kill them, a demonic gate opens, and then here he spawns. Now, Azazel, or Zekel, or however you want to pronounce it, has Fell Latch, which does physical damage and knocking them back, increasing their physical damage taken by 30 for 6 seconds. Now, Current Flame's a bit deadly. He'll engulf a player in Fell Flame, inflicting fire damage to the player every 4 out of 12 seconds. And while this is active, if anyone's near the person who has it, it will spread onto them within 5 yards, which means this could be becoming a game of hot potato, so whoever gets this needs to run away from the party. Now, the Claw of Argus during this time, he'll actually summon ads during the fight, which you saw earlier. Now, Malevolent Crest, he'll slam on the ground to create a pool of fell energy. Now, if you stand in it, you take fire damage. Now, in heroic and challenge modes, fell sparks shoot out of the fell pool when it's created. Now, leave behind burning patches of flame, and if you step in them, you take fire damage every second. Also, partway through the fight, he'll fly up to the ground and become immune to damage, while you kill ads while they're still on the ground. And after a while, he'll come back down and you engage in the fight.
This world, all worlds, shall burn! Who knew the Draenei held such delicious treasures in their temple? Do you dare challenge me, defenders of Auchindoun? Such decadence. It will all burn. Gul'dan. Such foolishness. This gift. So much more than you could ever know. Long have I waited, hungered to be more. And now all shall bow before me.
Now, to get to Tarangor, you have to take out 3 ads to get to his spot. Now, specifically, you could just focus on the Warlock NPC ad, or mob, whatever you want to call it, and forget about the demon, because once you kill them, the demon will despawn that's with them. As you can see, if you kill the Warlock, the demon goes away. Same with this one. Now the next one, I believe, just sacrifices his pet to get a boost to damage. Terrangor has 2 stages. One stage is you're just basically fighting him, and on occasion, since on heroic, he'll summon an abyssal which will fixate on a random player and pursue them. Like a normal warlock, he has Shadow Bolt, which does shadow damage, can be interrupted. Corruption, which can be dispelled because it's a magic effect, which does shadow damage every 3 at 18 seconds. Drain Life, which should be interrupted, because he'll drain life from a player doing shadow damage and restoring 3% of his health. And Rain of Fire, which can be interrupted, which just rains fire onto a target area, doing fire damage every 2 out of 8 seconds. Now, Phase 2 starts at 75% of his health. He'll take one of the 3 souls up here and get a new ability. If he takes the Mender, his additional abilities is Curse of Exhaustion, which reduces movement speed, Seed of Malevolence, which he'll plant a demonic seed, doing shadow damage every 3 out of 18 seconds, and if the target dies or Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him to Phase 2, but we're going to try one hit and see what happens.
This power, you will be the first to know it. Irun, you battle demons in life. In death, your power will feed them.
Now, you see, he took the Vindicator, so he transformed into more of a demonic state. Now, you don't actually kill him.
I need more!
You did it here. This is not enough to thank you for your actions, but it is what we have to give. Now we can rebuild. We must rebuild. We will never allow our souls to fall to the Legion. You have done more than you know. Our people can never thank you enough.
As you can see, all that's left of him is a pool of his blood. But later on in the expansion, you come up against him again. But, like I said, this has been Astarion from Astarion Gaming. Asking you to please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, share these videos if you would. Also, to go check out the Twitch channel I have. We stream 5 out of 7 days, so hope to see you there. Until then,